Welcome inside Studio 21. Cuts and relays. We grouped them together, but I'm going to show you they are actually different. Let's hit the blackboard. Let's hit the mission statement. Educate and promote thinking in a pure baseball sense. Today's lesson, it's cuts and relays. Part 2. I've done one of these, and I'm going to hit this one a little bit different, a little deeper. 1, the cutoff man should be able to handle a one-hop throw. If it's a one-hop throw and you can't cut it, you're in the wrong spot. And 2, you can overthrow the relay man. Here's why. The relay man always has a trailer. So let's take a look at a situation. 1st and 3rd in San Fran. Fly ball to left. Throws to home plate. Runners tag it. Freeze right here. Good. Cutoff man. He can handle this. Covered 2nd. Shortstop's covering 3rd. I like it. It's a one-hop throw out at home plate. So if we animate this, and I want to show you all the moving parts to this, third baseman gets deep right away. Shortstop covers his spot. Here comes the throw. One hop. Boom. We erase him out at home plate. That is the perfect position for the cutoff man. The third baseman, the cutoff man. Left fielder doesn't need help throwing it all the way. 1st and 3rd. Double down the left field line in San Fran. Here comes the throw. We'll freeze it. Look at this. Relay man, not a cutoff. Relay, trailer. Throw it high to the relay man because then he can catch it and turn and deliver the throw. So if we animate this, once again, you see all the moving parts come into play. Relay, trailer. Now, the one thing I would like to see is this third baseman kind of drift in here as a little bit of a floater so he can be somewhat a cut if it's absolutely necessary. So, look, it's 2 clear-cut cases. We group them together, cuts and relays. They're different. The cutoff man has to end the madness, get in a position where you can cut it and end that madness. The relay guy is the one where the outfielder needs help to get it all the way to home plate.
Billy Rip, I love all of that. And being a guy who played for 8 different organizations, every team has a different way of going about setting up.
Slightly, yes.
Yeah. What's your take on, like, I'm a big believer, I guess you got to read your personality, but sometimes the first baseman was going out when a ball was going right. Are you a big believer that the middle infielder should have their hands on the balls as much as possible?
I like that concept, but some ballparks lend to be different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in the old days, when I came up into Memorial Stadium, we were 309 down the lines. So there were certain things that were done different right there. And if you jump into a yard that's 330 down the lines, or Kansas City that was the old indoor-outdoor carpet, and it was very round-shaped wall. So if it went down the line, it was going to end up in right center. So you have to understand that, and you have to discuss those things. That's the pregame work that I'm not so sure gets done as much. I know the guys are in the cage wearing it out, right? Because these guys are raking day in and day out. I get all that. But some of the conversation, I think, has gone away a little bit with some of the cuts and relays, especially once you hit a new ballpark.
You're saying pregame work, talking about guys taking infield? That's the kind of thing. Nobody takes infield anymore.
Well, that's thrown out. And here's the funny thing about that, too, is it's actually called infield, but I thought it was more for the outfielders. Think about this. You can go into Boston, and you can check it out 2:30 in the afternoon. They're hitting live stuff like the fungo hitter standing on home plate because nobody else is out on the field. And they're doing ground balls in the full regime, right? Yep. How many times do you necessarily see outfielders doing that? And at the end of the infield era, when it was going on, I remember being a utility player. We'd get out there for infield, and I'd turn around and look. There's one outfielder standing out there. I'd run out and throw from left. I'd come back into the infield. I'd go out and throw from right, and then I'm turning double plays to be part of the infield because it's actual infield. But I think it's as much for outfielders as anything, but those guys would just phone it in. I'm just saying.